Happy Monday, everyone, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or any other day you're watching this day. So there may be something different about me that you can see, and I'm just gonna tell you because I hate waiting for people to notice, but I cut my hair. It's getting to that point in Texas where everything's just terribly hot, and so I'm tired of having long hair in a state that's just like perpetually on fire all the time. But let's just ignore all of that because what I'm here to talk about today are perks of being an artist. Now, it was surprisingly hard to come up with like all the reasons of why I like being an artist. You'd think for something that I really love to do, like it'd be easy, but I don't know. Thinking of negatives is like way easier than thinking of positives. So these may be silly, but they are what I genuinely enjoy about being an artist. So the first reason why I love being an artist is that I always have the coolest notebooks. Now, this could be just like for design reasons where I choose a certain notebook that was pre-designed, or I go and I decorate it myself. Exhibit A. Now, you may not find this cool, and that's perfectly fine, but it is unique, and I can guarantee that nobody else has this notebook. This is actually a sketchbook. This isn't a notebook, but I didn't have any more of my notebooks. So the second reason I love being an artist is that when I'm angry at someone, I can passive-aggressively draw them. Now, this is something you can do if you're not an artist. I mean, I'm sure you've seen kids, like, in class just drawing, like, terrible stick figures of their teacher being like, I suck, or just something like that. Probably not that. That's, like, PG version of it. So last time I was at the Las Vegas airport, my flight got delayed. And you know what? That's not a big deal for me because usually when I'm in Las Vegas, I'm going straight home to Texas and there's usually like no connecting flight. So it's a couple, like an hour or so it's not gonna be a big deal. But there was this lady, this old woman, and I could tell that she was upset. She had her arms folded. She looked angry. You could just hear her muttering under her breath, being like, I'm very unhappy about this, blah, 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 blah. Just in that old woman's severe tone that you're just like, crap, grandma's mad, back away, abort, abort. And you know what? I can understand. I mean, like, it's never fun to be stuck in an airport. Like, who willingly wants that to happen? This lady, for like, I am not kidding you, for 30 minutes, just spent time ranting to someone on a phone loud enough for all of us to hear. Lady, I did not need to hear everything that you think is wrong with the airport. So I just see her ranting to her friend on her phone, and I'm sitting in the corner being like, you know what, I might as well get some sketching time into this. I can make this into a positive, learn more, do some figure drawings of all the people that are here. Once the 30-minute mark of hearing her complain hit, I was just like, forget this lady's getting a caricature and she's gonna like it. So I whipped out my special pen and I was like, I'm gonna draw this lady. I'm gonna do it right now. And so I did. I was drawing her. I was just like trying not to laugh the entire time because I was just like, this lady's being drawn. It wasn't that bad of a drawing, but it was me passive-aggressively getting my feelings out. But then she looked at me. So while this old woman was ranting to her friend, husband, I don't know, dog, it could have happened, she turns around and she looks at me. And there's this look of distaste on her face. She probably just saw some kid like sitting in the corner just being like, I'm on the sketchbook. I was like, either she just doesn't like me or she knows that I'm drawing her. So immediately I just kept my head down. Like, I was just like, this is survival. I don't need this lady's wrath on me. And I just finished the drawing from memory and it was beautiful. So this third reason is something that I've benefited from time and time again. When you're an artist, the expectation for you to be prim and proper and super clean is significantly lower. As a walking human disaster, you can't really expect me to be clean all the time. I spill everything on me. So I'm left-handed, so there was always like some sort of ink stain on my hand. I always came out of art class with like paint all up my arms, or charcoal, or just anything. Like anything I used in my art class would end up on me somehow. Now you're probably thinking, oh Karina, but what about colored pencils? Nope. I used Prismacolors religiously throughout high school, and I always like would come out with the pencil shavings somehow on me. Like there was no escaping this messiness. But once people knew that I was an artist, they were like, oh, this makes so much sense. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. You were just working on your art and it's hard to be super clean while doing this. So it got me out of some of that speculation and judgment. My teachers probably didn't share that sentiment, But all my friends were like, oh, hey, there's Karina, the artist. The reason why she has paint all over her hands is because she's mysterious and artistic. Okay, probably not the mysterious part, but I like to think that was included. So the fourth reason to why I love being an artist is also something that is really useful in my life. As a person who's trying to pay her way through college without amassing like a giant student loan pile of I really can't afford to spend a lot on myself or others, and it sucks. Yes, I know. But the freedom I have after I get that diploma will be so much better. But what I'm talking about is like, if December comes along and you're somehow short on money, you have the ultimate emergency Christmas present. Or birthday, anniversary, whatever present you really need. But from what I've experienced in my life, people genuinely love getting things that other people have worked hard to make. Now don't get me wrong, I love buying people presents. Like that is like one of my favorite things to do. I think I enjoy that more than actually shopping for myself. But sometimes I can't afford it. So as an artist, I have the ability of instant presents. Somebody likes a favorite character from their TV series? Here, for Christmas, here is this picture of Sherlock. Do your parents really like Star Wars? Mom, Dad, I've always known that you guys wanted a portrait of yourselves drawn as Jedis, so here you go. Honestly, I'd probably give them like a ridiculously detailed portrait of Jar Jar Binks instead, because I'm a very big fan of trolling my family. This isn't something that you'll be able to use for everything, but you know what? If all else fails, you will have a drawing for them in the end. So the fifth and final reason of why I love being an artist, it's actually not the final reason, but it's the final reason I can think of for now, of why I love art, is that there is no wrong way to art. Yes, I'm aware that I just used art as a verb, and I don't care. The definition of art is very vague. Art isn't restricted to just painting or drawing. It is portrayed in many different ways. It can be visual, it can be vocal, it can be anything really. Because art is art. There's nothing that's like restraining it. I mean, we have the usual ones like sculptures, drawings, paintings, just like all the usuals. But there's so much more. There's poetry, there's dance, there's filmmaking. There's so many aspects to art that it's really hard to do things wrong. Like there's no wrong way to art, there's no right way to art. Some people may think that I'm not arting the correct way. Other people may think like, yeah, you're doing good, kid. I like that looseness. I like the ability that we have to stretch and grow and just expand in different ways that aren't considered genuinely normal. So it's just something that I genuinely think that is really cool about art. The end. So I'm gonna leave the floor open to you guys. What do you love about being an artist, or what do you love about art in general? I'd really love to hear your thoughts and yeah, stuff down below. Woo! Also leave a thumbs up, that would make me really happy. Okay, bye.